parents who would like to introduce our newest product release, Vetapprove. Vetapprove is a simple solution that will help U.S. veterans get the care and benefits they've earned. In this demonstration, we'll show you how the power of the workflow platform has been adapted to assist veterans and their families in finding all of the benefits to which they are entitled to and to help them complete the necessary paperwork quickly and easily. U.S. veterans are entitled to many benefits, some which are listed here. It's a tremendous resource for the over 20 million veterans in the United States today. But figuring out which of the 5,300 forms to complete in order to receive their benefits often stands in the way of veterans getting the care they need and the benefits they have earned. This demo is intended to put you in the shoes of the veteran. By asking questions about his or her personal military background, Vetapprove can identify the benefits he or she is entitled to. Once the benefits are identified, the Vetapprove solution asks specific questions about the benefits being claimed and guides the veteran through the gathering of the documents he or she will need in order to submit a claim. However, the Vetapprove solution doesn't stop there. As the veteran answers the questions, the Vetapprove system pre-populates the information gathered throughout the interview process on the appropriate forms so that once the veteran has completed the interview, he or she can simply print the forms and take them to their nearest VSO or VA office for submittal. In the not-so-distant future, veterans will also be able to submit their claims electronically and have the ability to track them as they are processed by the VA office. Apparency and Vetapprove fully intend to support this new capability as it comes to market. But let's see how we actually do this from the perspective of the veteran. To get started, the veteran, in this case Warren Peace, or a member of his family, logs on to the application, which is accessible from any PC, tablet, or mobile device. Even though the Vetapprove software is very user-friendly, we have a guide, Rancy, to help him through the process. At any time Warren has a question, he can ask Rancy for help, and Rancy will respond with what to do and how to do it. Once he is logged in, Warren will be guided through a series of simple questions. At this point, we don't know a lot about Warren, so we start with the basics. Do you know which benefits you're entitled to? Or, are you not sure which benefits you're entitled to? In this example, let's assume that Warren does not know which benefits he's entitled to, so he selects this option. To begin, Vetapprove will ask Warren to complete some basic personal information. Once he completes these fields, this information is stored and will be used to pre-populate all of his future benefit claim forms. When Warren selects Continue, Vetapprove will ask him some additional questions about his personal history, insurance coverage, and military service. But for the purpose of this demo, we will skip that part. Once the background questions have been completed, Vetapprove will then ask Warren a series of questions that will be critical in determining his eligibility for benefits. As Warren answers these questions, Vetapprove will determine which benefits he's eligible to apply for. For purposes of this demo, let's assume that Warren has completed all of the questions. Now that he's done with the questions, Warren can see which benefits he is eligible for. From this list, Warren can select the benefit he wants to apply for. Since Warren has been having trouble with his knee lately, he's going to apply for a knee replacement based on his doctor's advice. Once Warren selects that he wants to apply for health benefits, he will be asked specific questions about his condition. Since he is applying for a knee replacement, he will type that in the space provided. Warren will then be asked if this condition was diagnosed while on active duty. In this case it was, so Warren will select yes. Based on Warren's answers, Vetapprove is working behind the scenes to determine what to ask him next. In this case, he's asked whether or not he still has knee pain and whether or not he was treated for this within 1 year of his discharge. In both cases, Warren selects yes. Warren will continue to answer questions about his condition until Vetapprove has all the necessary information it needs to complete the claim. This process can be repeated for each claim that Warren is entitled to receive. For purposes of this demo, we'll skip the rest and the interview questions and get to what matters most, the results. Once Warren has answered all the questions regarding his claims, Vetapprove will provide him with a list of the forms that he will need to submit in order to receive all the benefits he is entitled to. In some cases, this could be over a dozen forms. Don't worry though. The Vetapprove solution has already helped Warren, and he doesn't even know it. When Warren selects any of the forms on the list, he will see that the majority of the information has already been completed. As a reminder, this was done behind the scenes as he was answering questions. To help Warren navigate through these forms, Vetapprove provides simple tools. For example, there's a progress bar for each form that shows what percentage of the form is complete. In some cases, though, Vetapprove may not be able to complete everything a form needs in order for it to be complete. When this happens, Vetapprove shows Warren what is missing and what has to be done next. And of course, Rancy is there to help him whenever he needs it. Let's walk through another example. In this example, let's assume that Warren has recently passed away, and his wife wants to claim burial benefits. She can log on, set the application for burial benefits. The Vetapprove system highlights any incomplete items on this form so that Warren's wife knows which fields need to be completed before she submits the form. In this case, you can see that the form was already pre-populated with all the information that Warren previously entered, and all his wife needs to do is to put the date of his death and burial. It makes it very easy for her to claim the benefit he is entitled to. If Warren had not used Vetapprove, his wife would have had to dig up all of his personal and military background and figure out which form to file in order to claim the benefit. Vetapprove dramatically simplifies the process for the veteran and his family members. Before we end this demo, we want to highlight one more feature. The Vetapprove solution allows you to stop and start at any point in the process. You can always log on and finish off the interview where it stopped to make it very convenient for our veterans. Again, once each form is complete, the forms can be printed, signed, and taken to your local VSO or VA office, giving our veterans the peace of mind that the right forms for the benefits they need were completed correctly. Vetapprove assures that every veteran can know the benefits they are entitled to receive. Vetapprove assures that every veteran has the tools and information they need to do the work to complete and submit the necessary forms easily and correctly. Vetapprove assures that every veteran can maintain the records of forms as they are submitted to prove when care is requested and when it is provided. Know, do, prove. Vetapprove.